I'm the Coach Tanner, and I would like to share with you why I'm a Beachbody coach, why I've chosen to do this. When I was 8 years old, I didn't care about school. I didn't dislike it. I didn't like it. It just is where I went to have friends. My teacher at the time, third grade teacher, we'll call her Mrs. E, she had this puppet, this little purple cow puppet. Its name was Purple Cow. It was purple and a cow. And she would use that to conduct classroom parties, like popcorn parties and popsicle parties, and story time was often done through Purple Cow. That was the reward that students got for good performance and things like that. This particular day, I bombed a spelling test, and I don't remember many details about that part of it, but I remember that the entire class was gathered around Purple Cow, listening to her stories and eating their popsicles. And Purple Cow said to the rest of the class, "It's a shame Jeremy's too stupid and lazy to join us today." Now, I realize that you don't just say that to kids, of course, and that would crush many kids. I also realize that teachers have been fired for saying a lot less than that. But, strange as it may seem, it was exactly what I needed to hear. And here's why. First of all, it lit a fire in me, and I immediately, my third grade self thought, "Lady, I'm going to show you. I am going to dominate spelling from here on out." And I also realized at that same time that in order for me to do that, it was going to require a lot of hard work. I was going to have to commit to doing it, and it would not be easy. But I needed to do that. That carried me through a lot of my schooling career, this idea that, I am going to show them I am not stupid and I am not lazy and I can get it done. And it worked well for me. I excelled in academics. I did very well in sports. I graduated high school, went on to college, and something after that started to slip. I started getting lazy. I started acting stupidly. And my relationships suffered because of that. My character and work ethic and morals suffered because of that. My fitness, my health suffered because of that. And I kind of lived in this funk for a number of years where, I thought the world owed me something because I have a high IQ or because I, whatever, I don't know. But one day that was to change when in Christmas of 2008, we were gathered around my grandma's hospital bed. And during what should have been this joyous holiday was filled with angst and nervousness, and because we were here in this situation, and my grandma was in that bed, let's face it, because she had been obese most of her adult life, and there were complications due to that. And while we were there, I kind of playfully decided I'd hop on a scale. So I did, and moved the weights over, 325. 325. I weighed 325 pounds, and if you ever seen the movie Phenomenon with John Travolta, the slight bam hits. And I have this vivid picture in my head, this vision of me in a hospital bed with my family gathered around, complete with the fake laughs and nervous smiles. And I realized that if I wanted to make it to 40 years old, I had to make a change. If I wanted to be there for my kids, I have a daughter who at the time was like 2 or 3. She's 9 now. And I realized not just even be there, but I coach basketball. If I wanted to be able to teach her how to shoot left-hand layups, I had to make a change. I have a son now who's 3. If I wanted to be able to play football with him and wrestle around in the grass and teach him how to form tackle, I had to make a change. And at 325 pounds, I wasn't going to be able to do that if I was even alive, which in my vision, I wasn't too optimistic about that. And so I made a New Year's resolution in New Year of 2009 that I would be different, that I would go back to that 3rd grade kid who realized that hard work, effort, and commitment were necessary to be successful. And so I set out on this fitness journey with basically no idea what I was doing. And I would try different things, stuff I read on the internet, stuff I researched, and I had very minimal success. But that changed when I found Insanity. When I found the BeachBody program Insanity, I committed to doing that, committed to eating right, and doing something like Insanity, that program, and doing it right, it changes you. And yeah, it changes your outward appearance, but I mean it changes you. It changed me. It changed me to realize, to remember that I had to work hard if I wanted to be successful. And I had to have commitment if I wanted to be successful. And that has made a world of difference for me. And I always go back and think, if the me on January 1st, 2009, when I made that resolution, if I had had somebody like the me now to give me direction and teach me the right way to eat, to complement my effort I was putting in, that my weight loss road would have been so much smoother, so much less aggravating. Not that it would have been easy, mind you, but just it would have been a lot simpler, if that makes sense. I wouldn't have sabotaged myself so many times thinking I was rewarding myself when I was really just setting myself back. And so that's why I am here today, why I want to be a Beachbody coach, is so that I can be that beacon or that lighthouse or that direction or that coach for somebody, so that they don't have to put up with years of aggravation trying to struggle through weight loss, that I can help them commit to a program, understand that it's going to be work, but take care of business and reach goals and be successful along the way. If that sounds like somebody you could team up with, I beg you to look me up on Facebook, The Coach Tanner, and let's connect. I'd love to help you reach your fitness goals as well. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.